So, I'm James Hopkins, and your Professor Gray.
Yes, I'm Lane Gray.
Nice to meet you. Before we get into things, I'd like to know how long you've been practicing meditation.
I've been practicing since the 1970s.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So, do you remember your first time that you started getting into it?
Well, I think for me there was a formal meditation group that I attended for about 15 years.
Wow.
And I would say that was, I guess early 90s when I started that meditation group. But there were lots of types of meditation that I didn't even realize they were meditations.
Yeah.
So the group meditations that I went to were all sitting meditations and focused on breath and embodiment. But I came to realize over time that there were lots of different things that I was doing that were meditative or that required mindfulness, that were ordinary things like playing music or dancing or even riding a bike. That those things, those simple things, were also opportunities to be mindful and meditative.
Clavicular, sorry. And that's when you use your shoulders to breathe. Mm-hmm. And then there's intercostal, which is when you use your rib expansion. Mm-hmm. Would you say you use diaphragmatic most?
I think so. Yeah, because that's lower in the body for me, and anything that I can do to move downward into my body is better. And also in the Tai Chi exercises, you're focused on the dantian, which is directly below the navel. So expanding that part more helps to pull everything down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. I never thought about that as trying to bring your whole senses of lowering your body. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You would say you would meditate pretty routinely, evening, morning, every day. But is there specific events that you would say you would meditate before or after?
Before coffee. I think the daily meditations, again, even if they're very brief, it's been said that even one intentional breath is better than no intentional breath all day. So some of my morning meditations are very brief, but some of them are just reflective in nature. And then evening meditations typically are more movement-oriented, but there are certainly times where, life events, where I feel like it would be good to just sit with this and to prepare myself for a certain meeting or engagement.
Yeah.
And I have much more awareness now when I'm stirred up, or I have more sensitivity to that. So it's okay, it's time to just shut the door and just sit here for a few minutes and breathe and allow things to be as they are.
That's cool. Yeah.
So there are definitely events, that precipitate now an awareness of how stirred up I am, and then I can make a choice.
How do you feel meditation has impacted your life?
Well, it's certainly given me more options than I think I would have had if I hadn't pursued it. I would like to believe that it's impacted my well-being more than anything. I think it's a factor for well-being. I think it's a factor for working towards positivity, because I use it in times of great need.
Yeah.
So, there have been times where I've been able to become aware of my state quicker, and I've also developed sensitivity that I don't think I could have developed. And so for well-being, for sensitivity, for connectedness, being able to have a sense of things and people, I think there's an intuitive side of me that it nurtures as well.
That's cool.